Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, chapter 5, text 33. Ambastu jadreto udaro virjam siddhanti jivanti utavardhamana loka jatotha khilo lokopala prasidatang na samahabhibhuti. Ambastu jadreta udara virjam siddhanti jivanti utavardhamanaha lokaha jato atha khila lokapalaha prasidatang na samahāvibhuti. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The entire cosmic manifestation has emerged from water, and it is because of water that all living entities endure, live, and develop. This water is nothing but the semen of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has such great potency, be pleased with us. Ehla Shlokar Artha, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Despite the theories of so-called scientists, the vast quantities of water on this planet and on other planets are not created by a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. Rather, the water is sometimes explained to be the perspiration and sometimes the semen of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is from water that all living entities emerge, and because of water, they live and grow. If there were no water, all life would cease. Water is the source of life for everyone. Therefore, by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we have so much water all over the world. Material world, the relative world. We say it is a relative world. Two things are always here. Light is there, darkness is there. Truth is there, falsehood is also there. Two things are always there. This is a relative world. All I don't speak something in English. Here, one thing is very important. My revered spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says, despite the theories of so-called scientists, vast quantities of water on this planet and on other planets are not created by a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. Rather, the water is sometimes explained to be the perspiration, sometimes the semen of the Supreme Personality Godhead. But the so-called scientists, they cannot understand this thing. You understand? Although this water is one of the material elements, 5 gross material elements are there. Khet, Ap, Teja, Marut, Vyoma. Ap means water. It's one of the gross material elements. Still, it has come from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because He is the source of everything, all emanations. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matta vasanti mang buddha bhava sumannita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita says this thing. Krishna himself says, I am the source of all emanations. Those who are learned persons, those who know this tattva, they do my bhajan this way. But the so-called, this scientist, material scientist, they cannot understand. Why couldn't they understand it? They say this water is generated, created by the mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. When there is no rain, You understand? So there is no water. Why don't you supply water? Huh? Why don't you supply water? Why don't you create water? Can you create a vast amount of water? In this planet and other planets? Can you? Can you create such water? So it is said. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamadam. Prema Pumarthamaha. Proof. Spotless proof, Srimad Bhagavatam. Isn't it? Srimad Bhagavatam says. This is the semen, Reta. It is here said, Reta. Semen of the Supreme Person, Supreme Personality. Sometimes said. Semen of the Supreme Person, Godhead. Sometimes it's perspiration. It comes from them. So-called scientists, they cannot create such thing. They will create some few drops of water. They cannot create some vast amount, cannot supply. And what is the other name of water is life, Jivanam. You understand? What is that? Amarkos. If you find this word in Amarkos, do you know Amarkos? Dictionary. Kosa. That is, one of the names of water is Jivana. Jivan means life. And it is said here, this thing. It is from, it is said here, it is from water that all living entities emerge, and because of water they live and grow. If there were no water, a life would cease. So water is the source of life. So it says, Jivanam. Jivan means life. And it is said, confirmed. So, can this so-called scientist give us life? Can't. Do you understand? These so-called scientists, material scientists, they are very proud of their own defective senses, material senses. Whatever they perceive and experience through their senses, they will accept it. Otherwise, they won't accept it. Do you understand? In Sanskrit, there is one word that's known as adhyokika. Do you understand? They are known as adhyokika. Adhyokika. Sanskrit word. So learn Sanskrit, then you can understand this thing. This word adhyokika is framed from adhyokya. The word adhyokya, the word adhyokika is framed. You understand? You know Sanskrit grammar. There are 21 upasargas. One of them is adhi. Word is akhyo. It's a prefix. This upasarga adhi is prefixed to it. So it is adhi akhyo adhyokya. You understand? That means that has, what you say, covered up all the senses, that has occupied all the senses. That is adhyokya. Do you understand? In other words, we may say, what we can experience through our material senses or see or experience, that is adhyokya. And these material scientists come under this group because they want to experience and see everything through their senses. They will accept it, otherwise they can't accept it. Because the Supreme Person, a Supreme Personality of Godhead is beyond this. One cannot see and perceive or experience the Supreme Personality of Godhead through his material senses. So his name is Adhokhyaja. You understand? Adhokhyaja. And these people are, their perception or knowledge acquired is known as Okhyoja Gyan. Okhyoja. Okhyoja, Adhokhyaja. 2 words. This question, this is a matter of Sanskrit grammar. Do you understand? This is required. Then you can understand this thing. You understand? Gopinath. Huh? Okhyoja, Adhokhyaja. 2 words. The Supreme Personality Godhead known as Adhokhyaja. Huh? Because nobody can calculate, nobody can experience or perceive the Supreme Personality Godhead through his material senses or defective senses. So, he is known as Adhokhyaja. But these people, the knowledge received, the experience received through your material senses is known as Okhyoja. Okhyoja. You understand? And these so-called material scientists, they want to calculate or measure everything through their senses. That is their nature. That's their very nature. Do you understand? So they cannot understand this thing. Even they want to measure also the Supreme Lord. They want to measure also the Supreme Lord. That's their nature. Therefore it is said, Sri Nam, Sri Dham, Sri Vigraho, Sri Vaishnava, Sri Tulasi, Sri Ganga. Do you understand? Sri Nam, name of the Lord. Sri Vigraha, deity form of the Lord. Sri Vaishnava, devotee of the Lord. Tulsi Devi, we worship Tulsi, and Sri Ganga. These are all, you see, transcendental, not material. But these people, so-called scientists say, oh, these people are worshipping idols. They are idol worshippers. They say, idol worshippers. If they come, people then say, oh, wow, this idol is made up of what metal? It's brass metal. From where have you found this brass? Brass from what? Orissa, Bengal or something? If this idol is made up of stone, then the stone is available from what mine? Rajasthan, marble stone, or what stone? They will say like that. You understand? But Sri Nama, Sri Vigraho, Nama Rupa Vigraho, Nama Rupa Vigraho, Tino Chidanandamoy, Tine Vedana. You understand? The name of the Lord, the deity form of the Lord installed by Vaishnavas. And original form, Surup of the Lord are non-different. There is no difference at all. These three are transcendental, not material. But these people cannot understand. Do you understand? Take the example of Ganges water, you see. Ganges water is not material water. Chinmaya jala. Karnabdhir jala. The water of Karnabdhi. Khajalo Sen. Then Supreme Lord came as Vamana, dwarf incarnation, went to the arena, sacrificial arena. Bali Maharaj begged for 3 pieces of land. The one foot he covered all the earth space here, the globe. And the second foot he covered all sky, ether. And that foot grew, extended, and penetrated the 7 layers of this material universe. Huh? What are the 7 layers? Huh? Bolo? Yes. Huh? Yes. Huh? Falsigo and Mahatattva. These are 8 layers. Sthavarana. 10 times, 10 times, 10 times greater. One is greater than 10 times the previous one. That penetrated all the layers and tossed the Karanabhi, Khajal ocean. So that is transcendent water. That water came. Do you understand? That was the toe of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. And that is Ganga. You understand? Bhagiratha brought it, this Earth planet. So this Chinmaya Jala is transcendental water, not material water. But these so-called scientists, they think it is material water. They say nowadays this Ganges water is being polluted. You understand? So now they're trying to purify it, cleanse it by their chemical process, such rascal. It never pollutes. It's transcendental water. You'll see, I don't know whether it is here, there is Ganges in Navdeep, Jahnavi Tiravane, Mahaprabhu appeared. And in Rishikesh, Haridwar, you'll see this impersonalist, Mayavadi sannyasis. If someone dies, they throw that dead body into Ganges. They put it in a sack and very heavy pieces of stone they put into that sack and put it in the middle of Ganges. So, still the Ganges is not polluted. Because this is transcendental water. It looks muddy. There are so many poems and muddy, but so purified water, transcendental water. You bring that water and keep in some container, some glass jar. After a few minutes, find very nice water is coming out. Filth deposited underneath. Months and years you may keep it in your home. Still, no germ is germinated there. But general water you keep, germs are germinated. So how? This is proof that how the Ganges water is transcendent water. And this so-called scientists, they say it is being polluted. It's never polluted. Such rascal dumb is going on, you see. These are Dhaukikas, they say so. Srila Vasudev in Padma Puran has mentioned, has given a list of this Adhyokikata. Arche Vishnaur Sridhari Gurusu Naramati Vaishnavi Jati Buddhi Vishnurva Vaishnavanang Kalimala Mathani Padatirthe Ambu Buddhi Sri Vishnur Namni Mantre Sakala Kalusaye Sabda Samanya Buddhi Vishnu Sarveswarese Taditara Samadhir Jasyava Narakisa. Do you understand? Gopinath. This is from Padma Puran. Vasudeva said. 6 types of Dhakikata. Number 1, Sri Vigrahe Sra Buddhi. These people thing as idol. This Sri Vigraha, the deities were saved in the temple installed by Vaishnava. Bhakto, the Adhyakika say, it is this idol made up of stone. Number two, the thing, Guru, spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, Vaishnava Acharya, Vaishnava Sadhu, as an ordinary human being. It's number two, Adhyakikata. Do you understand? Acharya Mamvijanyam Namanhet Karichis Namartya Buddhasya Sarvadeva Maya Guru. Krishna says this thing in Srimad Bhagavata, 11th canto. Sakyat Dharitvena Samasta Sastri. Guru Bhastaka. Guru Bhastaka every day we chant. Sakyat Hari. That spiritual master is as good as Hari. He is Asra Vigraha Bhagavan. Asra Vigraha Bhagavan. But they say, this is an ordinary human being. This is Adhyakikata. Vaishnava is Ati Buddhi. You understand? Then inquire, what caste do you belong? Then inquire, Vaishnava. And it becomes Vaishnava. He doesn't come under this Varna Vibhaga. You understand? Caste system. That's above it. But these people inquire, what caste do you belong? Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra. What caste? Brahma, what caste? They belong. This is Adhyakikata. You understand? If someone becomes Vaishnava, initiated by Vaishnavacharya, initiated by Vishnu Mantra, becomes Vaishnava. It doesn't belong to any caste. But these people say, that is Adhyakikata. Vishnu Vaishnava Padadaka Jala Buddhi. Do you understand? Padadaka. You understand Padadaka? Feet washing water. Deities and Vaishnavas, sadhus, feet washing water. It's not material water, it's not mere water, it's transcendental. But these people say, oh, these people are giving us their feet washing water. This is Adhyakikata. Number fourth. Number fifth, Sagala Nartha Vinasi Vishnu Nama Mantre Sabda Samanya Buddhi. You see? Hare Krishna, as you say, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. This is the holy names of the Lord. Hare, Krishna, Ram. But these people say, this is mere words available in the dictionary. You understand? In the dictionary. Sabda Samanya. This is Adhyakikata. This is number fifth Adhyakikata. Number sixth, Sarveswara Vishnu. They equalize the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna with other demigods. Do you understand? In our Namaparad, we have these things. Namaparad. They are aparadhis, offenders. These are 6 types of Adhyakikata. Again, in Skanda Purana it is said, Ninnang kurvanti je mudha, Vaisnavanang mahatmanang, patanti pitravi sardham, maharaurava sangike, hanti ninnanti vaidvesti, Vaisnavan avinandati, krudyati jati noharsam, darsane patanani sort. Skanda Purana says this thing. That means don't blaspheme a Vaishnava. That's aparadha we say. To blaspheme a Vaishnava is also one type of Adhyakikata. It offense Adhyakikata. And trying to kill a Vaishnava, that is one type of Adhyakikata. Seeing a darshan, if you want, pay obeisances, that is also adhyakikata. And if someone gets angry with a Vaishnava, he is an adhyakik, he commits offense also. If someone sees a Vaishnava, but he doesn't feel happy, you understand? Rather curls his lips. It's like this. That is offense. That is adhyakikata. There are 6 types of adhyakikata. Do you understand? So other types of adhyakikata can be done away with by the mercy of a Vaishnava sadhu. Do you understand? If someone gets the mercy of a Vaishnava sadhu, other types of adhyakikata can be done away with. But if someone commits offense, in other words, the adhyakikata at the lotus feet of a Vaishnava sadhu cannot be done away with any means. Do you understand? Is an inexcusable offense, that we say also in Namaprad. Only that person, if will excuse, then will be excused. Otherwise, cannot be excused. Cannot be excused. Do you understand? Very often also we say, as Krishna is this, Shrudam Sarvabhutanam, the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Similarly, is their devotees, the Vaishnava sadhus. They are the well-wishing friends of all living entities. They are our friends. Sei se Paramabandhu, sei Pita Mata, Sri Krishna Charane Jaye, Prem Bhakti Data. We say this. He is the supreme friend. He is the father and mother who has given Krishna prem to me. He is my supreme friend, he is my father and mother. You understand? He is supreme friend. If that friend will not be here, who will protect us? And if we want to shot arrow and pierce his body, then what will happen? What sort of offense it is? Adhyakikata, you can think it out. Who will protect you now? Do you understand? Therefore, in all Vaishnava Shastras, this has been very clearly said. One should be very, very careful not to commit such offense, develop such adhyakikata. Srila Ramanujacharya, one of the Vaishnava Acharyas, Sri Sampradaya Acharya, Ramanujacharya has given some instruction to these disciples. Those who come and become disciples, accept Guru. For them, he has given some instruction. Vaisravancha dhamani nidralasyani janicho društva tani aprakasani janebhyo namadet kuchit tesang dosan vihayasu gunaschaiva prakirtayet vishnu padadakanchaiva bhakta padadakantuva prakritesu tapasyascha na pibettaya muttamam. Prakritesu tapasyascha na pibettaya. Tatratrayasya jnanena Sri rahasyatrayasya cha rahita sangrijam toyam grahyoyan kadachana. Ramanujacharya has said this thing. You understand? Sri Sampradaya Acharya, famous Acharya, says, don't see the birth, sleeping, and laziness of a Vaishnava. Don't see it. If you see, still don't tell it to others. Aprakasya, don't tell it to others. Do you understand? Oh, That Maharaj is a lazy fellow. He never comes to Mangal Arati. Such a lazy fellow, isn't it? But he cautions you. Don't tell it to others. If you see, still don't see it. First thing, don't see it. Vaishnava Kriyamudra Vijnana Bujhoy. However, learned, proficient one maybe, very intelligent, expert one maybe, cannot understand the activity of a Vaishnava sadhu. Cannot understand. Because he is a conditioned soul. What he sees, everything material. Vaishnava is not a metal plane. Is it not a metal plane, sadhu? You understand? No. That is said. Don't see, but the sleeping, the laziness of a Vaishnava sadhu. If you see, don't tell it to others. Don't tell it to others. Only see all the good qualities. You understand? And glorify these qualities. Don't see any fault. Then Vishnu Padodaka. Only Vishnu Padodaka. You understand? Padodaka. What do you say? Charanamrita. Yes. Charanamrita, Padodaka. Charana means pada. You understand? Udaka means water. You understand? Feet washing water. A Vishnu or Vigraha, feet washing water of a Vaishnava sadhu. We take it, accept it. But don't accept it in front of a materialistic person. No, don't accept it in front of a materialistic person. You take it and come to a secluded place, or don't take it in front of a materialistic person. You understand? Secretly you take it. That materialist person cannot see it. Then he will criticize. Oh, these people are drinking the feet washing water. And if you give them, what do you say? It's such nonsense. They are giving us feet washing water. If you go to that temple, these people will give us the feet washing water. Hey, we won't go. Pasundis. They are pasundis. So don't drink this water in front of such pasundis. Thereby you will commit offense also. That Ramanujacharya has said this thing. Then, whose Padodaka, Saranamrita, shall we accept? And whose Padodaka, whose Saranamrita will not be accepted? The person who has no knowledge about three tattvas. Do you understand? Three tattva. It's bereft of three tattvas. His feet washing water should not be accepted. No. This is very important. Do you understand? Ramanujacharya has said this thing. Tattatra jnanahina Bhakti. He has become a Vaishnava sadhu, but he doesn't know the three tattvas. He is bereft of three tattva jnana. Do you understand? So his feet washing water should not be accepted. No. What is that three tattvas? What are those three tattvas? Chidananda bolo? Krishna? Yes, then? Brahman? Nonsense. What is that three tattva? Yes. Chit, Achit and Ishvara. Three. Matter, spirit, and Supreme Lord. Do you understand? In English we say. Sanskrit, Chit, Achit, Ishvara. These three tattva. One who does not this Sri Tattva, is bereft of this Sri Tattva Gyan, his feet washing water should not be accepted. No. You understand? Though such a person, he has become Vaishnava, become Guru, he has been Pancha Sanskar, has been made. Still, if he is bereft of this Sri Tattva Gyan, that water should not be. You understand? Do you understand? Ramanujacharya says this thing. We should not accept feet washing water of such person. Again he says, Sri Vaishnavair Mahabhagi Sallapam Karyate Sada Tadiya Dusaka Janan Na Pasyed Purusadhaman Naiva Balokait Krura No Pachar Paran Guroho Dvekanistha Purusai Sangatin Karyate Sada Upayan Taranishtanscha Purusan Parivarjayet. You understand? Which is real Mahabhagavata, Vaishnava. You understand? The feet washing water, his feet washing water should be accepted, and we should always pay obeisances to that Mahabhagavata Vaishnava and associate with him, talk with him. Those who blaspheme such Mahabhagavata Vaishnavas, don't see such persons. Don't see the faces of such persons. Don't see. Thereby you will commit offense also. Those who blaspheme such a Vaishnava Guru is a great offender. One should not see such person. You understand? Don't look at the face of such a person. You understand? This is stated here. And one should not associate with such persons, offenders. It's better to be away from such offenders. Not to talk with them, not to see them, look at their face and not talk with them. Better to be away from such persons. Ramanujacharya says. Then it is said, Srimad Bhagavatartanam Bhagavata Puja Viderutamam Sri Vishnu Ravamanat Gurutaram Sri Vaishnava Ullanganam Tirthad Achyutapadadad Gurutaram Tirtham Tadyangrijam Tasman Nitya Matantrita Bhava Sadam Tesang Samaradhane. You understand? If such a Vaishnava Mahabhagavata Vaishnava sadhu will be worshipped, automatically Krishna is worshipped. That Mahaprabhu has said that thing. Vaishnava Sevana, Krishna Pujana. Mahaprabhu has said. This is Mahaprabhu's instruction also. Vaishnava Sevana, Krishna Pujana. You understand? Yeah. If a Vaishnava will be worshipped, then automatically Krishna is worshipped. If you serve such a Vaishnava, please such a Vaishnava, then automatically Krishna is served and pleased. You understand? One may blaspheme Sri Vishnu or Sri Krishna, but such blasphemy is not as serious as the blasphemy of a Mahabhagavata Vaishnava. Sadhu. It's more serious. You understand? That is stated. So, the feet washing water of such Mahabhagavata Vaishnava is greater than the feet washing water of the deities. Vishnu Padadao, it is said. No prakritattvam bhakta janasya pasyet. Srila Rupa Goswami has said this thing. You understand? No prakritattvam bhakta janasya pasyet. You understand? Huh? Don't see anything material with a Mahabhagavata Vaishnava. You understand? In other words, don't commit such adhyokikata with such Mahabhagavata Vaishnava. It is. So Rupa Goswami said, he says, as one should not see the bubbles and the foam in the Ganges water, similarly one should not see the fault with the Mahabhagavata Vaishnava. Do you understand? Because this Bhagavad Bhakta and Ganges water both are transcendental. Bhagavata Tulasi Gangaya Bhakta Jone Chaturdha Vigraho Krishna Ichari Sane. We say this thing. These are four manifestations of Krishna. Bhagavata, Tulasi, Ganga, Bhakta. Bhakta Bhagavata. Do you understand? It's four manifestation of Krishna. One should not say anything material. That never come under material category. It is said, Sadhu Ninda Sunile, in Chaitanya Bhagavata it is said, Sadhu Ninda Sunile, Sukruti Hoke, Janma Janma Odhopa, Vede Iko, Bato Yare, Sovimatro, Ekojanme Mare, Janme Janme, Kene Kene Ninda Ke Sangare, Odev Ninda Ka Sanyasi Batoyar, Batoyar Hoiteo Ununto Durachar, Chari Veda Poriayo Jadi Ninda Kori, Janma Janma Kumbhi Pake Dubi Ase Mare. You understand? Huh? Chaitanya Bhagavata. Vrindavan Das Thakur has said this thing. One should not listen to the blasphemy. Here, the blasphemy of a Vaishnava, sadhu. You understand? Now all your sukriti will be finished if you listen. Huh? Life after life you will be punished by Jamaraj. Go to hell and be punished. Do you understand? Be careful. Bato yare sobi matra ekojon me mare. Do you understand? Those dacoits, robbers. Do you understand? Dacoits and robbers. Those who are just hiding on the way, hiding behind some tree or something. They, what you say? Caravan. One who goes by, treads by foot, what do you say? Pedestrians, yes, pedestrians. Those are going, you see. So they are, what do you say? They are killing them and rob off all the wealth they have. They have some money or something, valuable thing, they rob it up. They are known Batoyar, Batoyar. On the way, they kill. They capture and kill. It's Batoyar. Batoyar Somatra Ekojan me mare. He should be killed in one life, this Batoyar, these robbers. Do you understand? Dacoits, robbers. But those who blaspheme this Vaishnava sadhu, they are killed life after life, innumerable lives. Killed again and again and again, killed. He is killed only one life. So serious. Odev Nindaka Sannyasi Batoyar. Batoyar hoite onunto durachar. So such blasphemy, those who do such blasphemy, those sadhu Vaishnavas, they are so great offenders, even more greater than these Batoyars, these miscreants, these robbers and thieves. You understand? Chari Veda Padiya Jadi Ninda Kore, Janma Janma Kumi Pake Dubi Ase Pare. He may have acquired knowledge of 4 Vedas. But still if he blasphemies, Vaishnava sadhu, to life after life he'll go to hell in Kumbhipag Narka, the hell known as Kumbhipag. Life after life he'll go to that hell and be punished by Jamaraj. Do you understand? This Chaitanya Bhagavat said this. Such a offensive person. One should not see such a person. Look at his face at all. Do you understand? Nowadays, this is rampant, this is going on, you see. Mm. Mm. Ah. And how can one how can one be freed from such offense? That's our question. How can one be freed from such offense? What is the way? This is the result, you see. If someone commits such offense, such as Jakikata, life for life, for innumerable life, will go to hell, Raurava Naraka, hell, and be punished there by Jamaraj. Such is the result, is the ultimate result. Still, people are committing such offense. This is going on here in this material world, in this Kali Yuga also. Very. Still, good intelligence is not being developed with them. They never develop such good intelligence. Why? And what is the way? What is the means? What is the way? One should be freed from such offense. What is the way? The means. This is a type of disease. This is a type of disease. That's the key kata. This type of disease. How this disease will be cured? Huh? Sadhu Vaidya. If he'll approach a Sadhu Vaidya, you understand? And will be punished by him. The Sadhu Vaidya will inflict very severe discipline. As I was telling the Upamanyu Upakhyan, very severe discipline. Sishyate ham sadhimantam. I surrender unto you, O Sadhu, Guru. Become your disciple. I come under your strict discipline. Please inflict strict discipline on me. If he accepts the strict discipline of Sadhu Vaidya, then this disease will be cured. Otherwise, no. Not be cured. Never be cured. This is the only way, means. Do you understand? This is the only way, means. And this is going on nowadays. This is going on. When you speak the truth, you'll find the falsehood. So many falsehoods is coming up. To counteract it. Do you understand? And those who want to check off this truth, they must take shelter of the falsehood. Otherwise, they can't do it. Therefore, I say, this is a relative world, material world. Two opposite things are here. Truth is there, and falsehood is there. Light is there, darkness is there. Good is there, and bad is also there. Do you understand? This material world. When you are going to establish truth, you'll find so many oppositions from the other side, other party. They bring so much oppositions, telling of lies, of falsehood, criticizing. You understand? It's all false. Falsehood. They take shelter of the falsehood. They become intolerant. Masurju develop. Become intolerant. They can't tolerate this thing. And because this is material world, it's quite natural here. It's quite natural. Because two things are always here. Two things are always. And this is the arrangement here by the Lord. This arrangement is here by the Lord. This is Bhagavad Ichha. This is the will of the Lord. You understand? If there will be no darkness, nobody will appreciate the light. So darkness is there. If there will be no falsehood, nobody will glorify the truth. Do you understand? So these two opposite things are there. Mm. Mm. If there will be no such liars in this material world, then how the person who takes shelter of this truth will be glorified? Cannot be glorified. So this opposition is always there. This is quite natural. It's quite natural. It's quite natural. Thereby the truth is glorified. More the opposition, the more it is glorified. You understand? And truth cannot be suppressed. It must come out. It must come out. Nobody can suppress it. In spite of so much opposition, so much falsehood, still it will come out and be glorified. This is material world, relative world. It's quite natural. Thank you.
Saying this shloka that the whole cosmic manifestation emerged from the water.
Yes.
Explain this. I'm a little bewildered. I don't understand yet.
Can't understand this thought. Bhagavatam says this thing. Water is the semen of the Supreme Lord, he says. So from the semen everything generates. From semen of the Lord everything generates. He is the source of all generations. Understood? Then it's so easy. Semen. Aham bija prado pita. I am the seed giving father. I give semen, seed. Gita says. Why don't you understand? What is the semen? He said, this verse says. Reto. Reto means semen. You understand? Huh?
Yes, man.
Yes. Hari, Hari, Hari.
You can only understand if someone knows the three tattvas if by hearing from them. It's the only way to understand.
Yes, otherwise how can one understand? One who hears from Acharya, one who knows this thing, then he can understand. By his mercy, otherwise how can one understand? Can't understand. The rate of the Sri Tattva Gyan is water. It was water swimming vaccine. Yeah. Most important. You understand? Yeah. Ramanujacharya has said this thing. In Prapanamrita. Ramanujacharya, one of the Vaishnava acharyas, famous acharya, Sri Sampradaya acharya. He said this thing. Govinda, Hare Hare. Unless you know all these things, how can you make advancement? Spiritual path. Can't. This is unlimited thing, unlimited, ananta. If you limit it, oh, it's all right. Everything is there. No. When you limit it, can anybody limit unlimited? It's unlimited. No limit to it. How can you limit it? Bhaktina Heidi, how can you limit it? Bhaktina Heidi tries to limit it. It's unlimited. How can anybody limit the unlimited? What do you say? Gopinath? Can anybody limit the unlimited? No. Unlimited. How can you limit? Foolishness. It's all foolishness. Inquire. More. No limit. Go deep, 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 deep. Voice floating in the shallow water. Bhakti Heidi, floating in the shallow water. Go deep, 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 deep. One saying is there. আকাশ অনন্ত তাইতে যে ইচ্ছে পক্ষীগণ যার যত শক্তিতে ইচ্ছে করে আরোহণ. The space is unlimited. Sky is unlimited. The birds are flying according to their capacity. Do you understand? Some flies this high, some flies this higher than that, some flies higher than that, some flies higher than that. According to the capacity, one flies. Go above, 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 above. Unlimited. Then how do you limit? Huh? You have seen a tiny sparrow, only tiny sparrow, who flies this high. You have seen a tiny sparrow only, who flies this high, this height. Much bigger, much powerful, much powerful, much powerful birds are there. Flying higher, 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 higher. যার যত শক্তি তত করে আরো. Go high, 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 high. Go, go, go. Achieve such potential, power, and go up, up, up. Huh? How can you limit? Isn't it? Can't limit. It's unlimited. Huh? So, Prabhupada has given you this impetus. Go high, 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 high. Yes, it's unlimited. He has given this impetus to you. Yes. Yes. He has given this thing. If you want to utilize it, then you are such a fool. You are a fool. You don't utilize it. He gave you, but you don't utilize it. Don't make its proper use. You abuse it. You are such a fool. You understand, Bhakti Heidi? Huh? No, can't understand. Foolish, dull head. Can't understand. Can you understand? Huh? Can you understand? Little. Trying. Yes, dullness should be. First, dullness should be eradicated first. Let dullness go first. Softness, let softness come. Then you can understand. How can you understand? Huh? Huh?
How do you increase that capacity to take on more and more?
How can you increase? If that capacity, power, and strength will be inculcated to you, you understand? You are just a 15 watt bulb. That can be transformed in 60 watt, 100 watt, 1000 watt. Such power will be inculcated. Then you can increase. If there will be supply and you are prepared to absorb it, then you can increase. Otherwise, how can you? Otherwise, you will burst. 15 watt bulb. If you give 60 watt, burst. It will burst. First prepare yourself. Do you understand? You should have such container. If a tiny container, you'll contain just little. How can contain more? First have the container. Do you understand me? Huh? Do you understand? Can't you understand? And the little container. Have a big container, much bigger, much bigger, much bigger, much bigger. Then you contain more and more and more. Otherwise, how? So little container. And you are satisfied with it. Oh yes, so enough. Then do you understand? Foolishness. This is unlimited. Try to get more, and develops us. Develops us greed. This is greed and appetite for it. Hunger for it. Unless there is no hunger, no appetite, how can you get? No appetite, no hunger. If you give such food, I want it. You can't. No appetite. No appetite. If I give you, you can't take. No appetite. No. Huh? You say, no, I don't want it. No. Grow appetite and hunger. Huh? Isn't it? It's a question of digestion. Digestive fire must be there. Huh? Then it'll all be digested and more, give more. More you get, more digested. But fire is no fire. Digestive fire. Huh? Vaishvanara. Aham Vaishvanara bhutva. Pajami annam chaturvidham. Gita says. Huh? Gita says, Krishna says. Aham Vaishvanara bhutva. Pajami annam chaturvidham. Huh? I am the digestive fire. I am the digestive fire. So I digest 4 types of anna. Sarvya, chasya, leya, peya. So if that fire is not burning, it's dim fire, then you cannot digest. So that is indigestion. You understand? That blazing, burning fire should be there. You understand? Then you can take as much as food and it will be easily digested. Otherwise, very dim fire. Cannot digest, indigestion. No appetite, no hunger. So how can you take? Huh? No question at all. Grow that fire. So such a person goes to a physician, Kaviraj. Oh, my digestive fire is very low. Oh, Agnimandya. The fire is very dim fire, so cannot digest. So gives me